sorry, I'm going to take a little bit more of time because I first will read an address by the Albanian Minister of Culture, who couldn't come and be present here, and then I will go on and try to be very short with my notes. Ms. Eva Margarit is the Albanian Minister of Culture, and she addresses to this honored audience, stating that while isolated Albania was a mystery, Ibrahim Kodra had managed to get the best out of it. The Albanian who remained untouched and undistorted by the experiment of creating the new man. After drawing Edward, befriending Picasso, Buzzati, Gattuso, Quasimodo, Kodra returned to the stone of life, his birthplace, Ishmi, whose name he explained through a legend about our national hero Skanderbeg, who called that small village charming from where the mountain and the sea were seen. Before visiting again in person, Kodra returned to Albania through thoughts and memories. He painted his fantastic Albania, the coast, the highlander, the rhapsodist, the flautist, the graceful woman, the fugitive who sang the other shore. He conceived the tradition of his birthplace with modernity, the splendor of the Adriatic, the strong contrast. No wonder Paul Edouard called him the last primitive of the civilization. Today we are grateful to Kodra because he loved us even when he had forgotten him. We had forgotten him. Because he kept alive the love for his country and perpetuated it through his creativity. Because he left us an extraordinary inheritance which we can proudly show to our children. And in the end, his will was to rest in the same charming country, which should become a place of pilgrimage and honor to this great man and extraordinary artist. That was the address by the Albanian Minister of Culture. On my behalf, I would just like to say, dear Madam Minister, dear Ms. Pacholi, Professor Volkomer, friends and guests, it is with great pride and honor that I participate today in this inauguration ceremony of the exhibition of the prominent Albanian painter Ibrahim Kodra. We Albanians are proud of his origin, but Kodra does not belong only to Albania. He is the citizen of the world. Through his works of art, he will speak the language of the world and be understood by all people. His messages and his deep thought conveyed through his masterpieces will speak to the people of all walks of life, for it represents life itself. Ibrahim Kodra is the most important Albanian painter internationally known. He was an artist of recognized quality and poetical sensibility. For him, the art was liberty, freedom, because it manages to grasp nature and beauty. Cultivating art for Kodra meant remaining young. Kodra was always proud of his Albanian origin and introduced himself as Kodra the Albanian artist. He became a friend of Picasso, as you all know, who would appreciate Kodra's work by simply stating that even his signature is a work of art. Kodra's art is a message of peace, hence the appreciation by Pope Paul VI. If we go through his artistic life, one cannot avoid noticing that it is permeated by the love of his country, Albania. He would often say that grains of his forefathers' land were the artistic cell of his work. Typical to that is the series of works entitled Fantastic Albania, a quintessential representation of Albanian landscape, culture, and its tumultuous history. It presents both the beauty and heritage of Albania. Even after his death, Kodra continues to be in the service of his country. This exhibition, organized by Ibrahim Kodra Swiss Foundation under the auspices of Ms. Maria Bazzoli, is a case in point. Ibrahim Kodra still remains the Albanian artist. He is part of the altar of the Albanian nation, together with Skanderbeg, our national hero, Ismail Qemali, the founder of the Albanian state, Mother Teresa, Ismail Kadare, and many others. They all belong not only to the Albanian people, but are a common heritage of the Albanian European cultural identity. Their extraordinary work is not a bolt from the blue, but an expression of the history and philosophical cultural universe of the Albanian nation. As the Albanian ambassador to the Swiss Confederation and the Principality of Liechtenstein, I am proud of and grateful to the organizers of this exhibition, the Liechtenstein National Museum, and all those involved. It means a lot of us. I'm humble and grateful to Master Kodra and all other Albanian prominent figures to whom we owe a lot for taking our small country out of anonymity, for throwing away the shackles of stigma by placing Albania and Albanians in a place of honor as equal among equals, as a civilized nation bravely facing the competing challenges of civilization. This exhibition brings to the Liechtenstein public a piece of the Albanian art and spirit. It is a live expression that art is timeless and knows no boundaries. It is the universal language of all people that brings us together. I profit from the presence of Madame Eggenberger to thank her and the Principality of Liechtenstein for staying close to us during the difficult time of the earthquake that hit Albania at the end of the last year. This exhibition is another expression of that friendship. Kodra inspires us Albanians to proceed in our European path and not flinch in front of difficulties, but view the future with a big shining smile, as Kodra would have wanted us to. Ibrahim Kodra is serving to that purpose gracefully and masterfully. And final note, I'd like to say that during this pandemic, as Madam Minister said, we have made one mistake by calling it social distancing. In fact, it is physical distancing, because what we are experiencing today is not social distancing. It brings us together, and we are together. People of Europe have proved to be together and very in solidarity with each other. I wish you all the best, and thank you for bearing with me.